This is the 90-90 resisted right glute max with right AFER from Postural Restoration Institute. The purpose of this is to get in a nice easy position to recruit the right glute max. So what we're gonna do here is get in, as the name suggests, a 90-90 position, meaning a 90-degree bend at both the knees and the hips. And we're gonna have a ball between the knees that allows us to just keep our knees in line with our feet and also our hips. And we have a very light band around the top of the knees. So what we're gonna do to start, and we have this set up so that Trevor can rest his heels and his Achilles on this right here and keep that 90-degree bend right here. So this is gonna allow him to have something to pull down into initially. So what he's gonna do is, I'm gonna have him feel his whole foot flat on the wall, but pull down with his heels, and that's going to tuck his hips off of the floor just a little bit. So his low back is flat, but his tailbone's off, so he should feel hamstrings on both sides right now. But what we're gonna do now, we're going to push through the inner edge of the right foot arch, specifically right here where the ball of the big toe is, and the inner heel into the wall. This is more of a push. And as he does that, he's gonna push his right knee up and his right knee out without losing that right foot arch. And that should kick on his lower right glute muscle. The left knee is gonna stay in the same position. It's just chilling, still digging down. So the left is more of a pull down, right is more of a push into the wall. If he does that right, he's gonna feel left hamstring, right lower glute max. What you're gonna feel is that your right low back comes off of the floor a little bit more than your left. You get a little bit heavier on your left low back, and that's okay, that's to be expected. Just make sure that you maintain that slight tuck of your pelvis, maintaining that low back on the floor, specifically on the left more. What Trevor can do now is take his fingers, lace them together, put them on his low ribs, and just exhale through his mouth, nice and relaxing, as chill as he can. The only reason why he feels tension in his stomach is because of the exhale. He's not crunching, he's not trying to do anything. He's just feeling those side abs engaged because of that long exhale. 5 to 10 seconds, then he's gonna close his mouth, inhale through his nose, maintaining a slight degree of tension in those side abs. Not his six pack, but those side abs right there. So you'll feel that. The longer you exhale, the more you're gonna feel those side abs engage, and that's a good thing. As a progression from this, once you master everything that needs to happen in this exercise, you can add a weighted punch towards the ceiling, which is going to give you a little bit more of that push out of the right side. But what we're looking for here is to make sure that the right pec stays disengaged. So we want to make sure that we're just using the lightest weight we can. So 5 pounds is really all you're gonna need. What we're getting here is some right serratus anterior. So he's gonna reach directly up towards the ceiling, protract that shoulder and reach. He's gonna keep his head on the ground, and he's gonna make sure this right pec stays off as much as he humanly can, and everything else is the same. And then he's just gonna breathe in through his nose, out through his mouth, just like he did before he added that punch. The most common mistake on this, and this is a really, really big one, is that because the knee is going up and out on the right, people are gonna lose this right foot reference, that arch. So we need to make sure we're making contact with the wall with the right foot arch. And that's really, really important because we're trying to teach the right arch to work with the right glute in external rotation. So this ball is here to serve as a reference to make sure that we're keeping that right foot arch contact. So please make sure you are maintaining that at all times. And if you can't get your knee to turn out that much without losing it, then that's fine. Just work in the limits of what you're capable of doing. A common mistake with the serratus punch aspect of this exercise is people will crunch too much. So their head's gonna come off the ground, they're gonna crunch their abs. We want the head to stay down, we want the sternum to stay up. So if there's a laser pointer coming out of the sternum, it's right up at the ceiling the whole time. It shouldn't go forward at all.